Hello, this is James Neville's Week 4 Formative Submission video for C# scripting. So, this is TDSG, small game I'm working on for the module. Three main mechanics as required. I chose mine to be map generation, grid-based inventory, and turn-based combat. So, inspirations would be, for the first one, map generation, obviously Don't Starve and Minecraft especially old school Minecraft, as old school Minecraft used Perlin noise much like mine does. The map generation system here, fairly simple. It uses rule tiles, which are a built-in system with Unity. Then the island size is also defined, and it basically just defines how big the island should be. Roughly speaking, of course, the smaller they are, the much smaller they are. The size X and the size Y is how big the individual tiles are, so there's 300X, 300Y making up this massive map. So, the map system works by making a 2D texture and then reading those colours and then looking in a dictionary to find if that is included in the dictionary. If it is, then we create the map. So, the gatherables here especially, so if it's green, it's a tree. If it's yellow, it's another tree. If it's pink, it's another tree. If it's grey, it's a stone. And if it's red or brown, it's one of the two mushrooms. Currently, this system is mostly done. The only two things that aren't included are random weighing, or pseudo-random, I should say. This is all still seeded. Which essentially, I want the trees to be more likely than the mushrooms or the stones. I'm currently working on implementing that. It's proved a bit more challenging than I was expected due to me using dictionaries. I can also have a parameter to reduce the gatherables by, just because there were way too many initially. What else? Ah, yes. So, apart from that, the only other problem would be this occasional thing. Occasionally, tiles spawn in a weird manner. This isn't too hard to fix. I would just have to draw my own tile for this, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Well, I think that's everything for map generation. So, inventory system. Again, fairly simple, but I very much like it. So, I can pick up these items and add them to this grid. This was very much inspired by Ghost Runner. Yeah, I very much enjoyed the upgrading system in that game, and I thought it was very intuitive and very fun. You can use items that can be digested and used if you try and use this. The debug at the moment, because I don't have a UI to say it, will say you can't eat wood, for example, but you can eat this, which will affect the player attributes currently. This is not changing, but for example, if I pick this up, this will heal me by a said amount, obviously not going over my max. All of the UI is not much hooked up. For the inventory system, the crafting isn't hooked up yet, but I have the UI currently made. I specifically wanted it to still be playable. I didn't want the game to pause, because I don't like when games do that. Like Skyrim, I find them very much, what would you call, unimmersive. The last one is Dungeons and Dragons, for the turn-based mechanic. I haven't worked on that basically at all yet, because I've only just got the items working the way I want, and I want everything to be done before I go on to a brand new mechanic. I want everything to be almost flawless before working on that last mechanic. I believe that is everything. Thank you for watching.